I'm on a quest to read every Star Wars novel ever written, because gardening just got too dangerous for me. Today I'm going to be diving into the dark. Diving into the dark by Claudia Gray. This book tells the story of Padawan Reath Silas, who was on his way to join his master on the frontier of the galaxy when the ship he had booked passage on was waylaid by the after effects of the great hyperspace disaster from Light of the Jedi. Yeah, something fascinating about the whole High Republic initiative is just how interconnected these books get. I'll be interested to see if the New Jedi Order or any of the other larger Star Wars stories attempt anything like that, because this series frequently has events like this, where the inciting incident of one book is the lingering effect of the last one. But the wreckage makes Reath and his unlikely company of Jedi and shipping crew on board his ship take refuge at an old abandoned space station. And that unlikely company is where this book shines. The characters are all written fantastically, and even the weakest among them have wormed their way into my heart. Among that section are probably the other Jedi that Reath is traveling with, although his old friend Des Rydan, as well as Jedi Masters Comac Vitus and Orla Jareni, are very likable and very strongly written. They just unfortunately pale when compared to the crew of the ship that Reath is traveling on. Affie Hollow and Leox Jossi are both wonderful and vibrant personalities that Gray writes fantastically. But the strongest standout character is Geode. For those who aren't familiar with the best Star Wars character, Geode is a Vintian, which means he's a rock. He's a full-on rock, not visibly capable of anything more than any other rock. But don't let that fool you. He is fully intelligent, a legitimately capable navigator, a loyal friend, and an incorrigible flirt. Geode is an absolute delight, and Gray makes excellent use of his unchanging facial expressions for little bits of levity throughout the book. I mean it when I say he's a rock. He doesn't talk, he doesn't make any faces, but nonetheless, when the pilot storms onto the bridge in a huff, even Geode knew better than to try talking to her when she was like this. Or when another character disparages rocks and says, "No offense, Geode," Geode's amicable silence indicated that none was taken. He's always silent, he never says anything, but you can always get the context of what he means by the way his silence is. It's hilarious, it's fantastic. Geode is the best character in the series, but Reath, the protagonist of this, is also excellent and quickly became a favorite of mine. A bookworm sent out on an adventure, he is constantly out of his element in this, but he rises to the occasion admirably as the station they're marooned on starts emitting powerful dark side energies. I don't want to talk too much about the plot since the mystery is a big part of the appeal of this book, but I will say that that mystery is very well executed, and I was always eager to see what next twist or turn they would take. Especially the B story. See, while they're stranded on this station, the two Jedi Masters aboard use the time to reflect on a mission they took when they were younger, and that storyline is also excellent. I'm not gonna lie, this book pulled at the heartstrings pretty well, and I felt a tear or two well up at the ending of one of those two storylines. People who've read it know which. Overall, this was a fantastic debut for young adult novels in the High Republic, and it really set the stage from the beginning that they're of no lower quality and no less importance than the adult books. Claudia, you've done it again. 8 out of 10.